Hello, my name is Les Wicker, and this is the program that we have called, and you can see this is a little bit different this time because I'm not at my board over there in the corner of the building as I usually have been as I've done these programs. But I've got my sign off of the board there, the whiteboard, but just to let you know that this is the same program. Here's the proof right here, 3 things you must understand. So we sort of came to a conclusion on the basic information and the knowledge and the ideas, the concepts that I wanted to present in our last program. And what I promised last time was that we would give you a little bit of a virtual tour, take the camera off of the tripod. So it's my son Tristan there has it, and he's going to be manning the camera here for a few minutes. And we're going to give you just a little virtual tour of the building. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to walk out and get in our minivan, the family van, and we're just going to drive out of here so that you can see where our building is. And that's the basic goal for this program, is to show you where we are, where the Christians that meet at this place, where we meet. And the reason for that is we want you to come and meet with us as well and grow in the grace and knowledge of God together with us. So, with that, let me call up Sadie, and Tristan's manning the camera. Sadie, you want to come up here? This is my daughter, my lovely daughter Sadie, and she's helped with the program quite a bit. And then Lindsay, you want to come up here? And Lindsay also has helped a lot. And Tristan, you'll see him in a few minutes when I think he's going to pass the camera on to Lindsay here. But these guys have been a great help to me in producing the program, and I wanted to give them credit for doing that. So with that, what we want to do is show you, this is our auditorium. This is where we gather when all the church meets. And as you can see, it's nobody here now. This is Sunday afternoon, about 20 after 5, and so there's nobody here now. But this is where we worship the Lord. We sing praises to Him. We pray. We have preaching up here from the pulpit. We give of our means as we've been prospered, and we partake of the Lord's Supper as He's instructed. So this is where all of those things happen, right in here. Let me take you out here. Lindsay's got the camera now. And this is the foyer here. And if you were ever to come and meet with us, then I'll oftentimes before services and before Bible class, I may be out here in the foyer greeting people. And so you'll see me here when you come to visit with us. We've got a nursery. If you've got little children that need special attention. And you can come on down through the hall here. And here's another door to the nursery. Of course, we got bathrooms for men and women. This is, I'm not sure what we call this. Is the baby class in here, basically. This is where the youngest of our congregation during the study period, it starts at 9:30. This is where they meet. And I'll let Lindsay get a little bit of a view of this classroom. And I don't know exactly how many young fellows we've got in there, but several. And then the next classroom is, what do we call this, Sadie? Our toddler class. Okay, we got several in here. And, some time back, I painted this room, and my wife oftentimes teaches in here. And we focus a lot on the beginning. As you can see up here, it says, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. And Lindsay, you want to get just a little bit of a view of the room here. And we've got Noah's Ark over here. So my wife, Gina, oftentimes concentrates on the beginnings of things in here. The things that take place in the first numbers of chapters of the book of Genesis and all. So that's the toddler class. And then we wanted to show you this because we want you to know that we've got classes for all ages. And my son Lindsay there, who is 11 years old, he meets, and then we won't look at all of them, but he meets in class 5 here, number 5. And you can come in here, and so this is one of our classrooms, and we're currently studying in the book of Revelation. And it's been a very exciting and good study. And you can see Ms. Hickman that teaches in this classroom has a lot of things here on the board regarding the revelation of God. And so at least in this study, all the classes have been studying the same book at the same time. So that's been very helpful. And then in here, we've got a few props in here. This is the teenage class, and so we've got there's my son Tristan and Xavier in here. And I believe Mr. Hickman is teaching in here the book of Revelation. And so we've got on, I guess some of this has to do with that. And so this is where the teenagers meet. And they study whatever we're studying at the time. Right now it happens to be Revelation. So if you've got teenagers in your family, then that will be where they will meet. Of course, there's more than just Tristan and Sadie that meet in there, but they're the only ones here right now. So that's a little bit of the tour. And there's other rooms here that we don't necessarily need to go into, but we want you to know that we've got classrooms for everybody in your family. And the adult class actually meets in the auditorium area where we were before. So we'll cut the lights off in here and go out and show you where we are, where the building is. Let's cut these off. Save a little energy there. And what we'll do is we'll come out here. All right. There we go. Oops. There we go. All right. Let's go out here. This is our little porch here. If it's raining, we can drive. You can come in and drive through our little porch here, and it's very convenient. You want to show them the porch lane? Well, I'll tell you what. We walk out here. This is a little community over on the other side of the building. There you go. And you can show a pretty. We do have some blooming. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this today, is because all of our cherry trees, our ornamental cherry trees, are blooming. I think they're cherries, and they're really pretty today. And so I wanted to go ahead and do this because it was very, very attractive around here today. With the blooms, they may be gone next Sunday. I'm not sure, but they don't last very long. So what we're going to do now, and Lindsay, if you'll show that sign right there, it says Asheville Church of Christ, and notice that it says watch Channel 20 TV Tuesday at 7 p.m. And of course that's what you're watching right now, and we want you to continue to watch that. And also on the sign there you see our Sunday Bible classes at 9:30 a.m. Our worship service in the morning begins at 10:30 a.m. And then also in Sunday evening, we have a worship service at 6 p.m. and then on Wednesday, a Bible study at 7 p.m. So with that, we're going to come over here to the van and get in. He probably needs to sit there. Come on in, Lindsay. And what we're going to do here is Lindsay's going to hold the camera while we're, let me hold it just a second while Lindsay gets his seat belt on. There you go. All right, now you can take that back. Everybody loaded up and got your seat belt on. All right, so we're going to drive out. And this road right here, where you see this little community over here and our church building, I'll tell you what, Lindsay, we'll ride around the back here, so you just keep the camera going so that people can kind of get an idea of where we are. Now, if we were to go straight down this hill here, which you can't do with a vehicle, but if you were to, you'd hit I-40. We'll show them I-40 right over there, Lindsay. And you see there's a pretty rock church building way across there that's familiar to a lot of people around here. But we're going to drive back around the building here, and we're going to turn right here, and this is Broadview Drive. And you're going to see in just a moment where this is, because it's probably, if you live anywhere around Asheville, you're probably not far from us, and you'll see that in just a moment as we drive down. As I say, this is called Broadview Drive, and there's a lot of people that live around here, and if you live around here, then we would certainly like for you to come and meet with us, and it would be very convenient for you. Now, myself and my family, we live over toward Candler, so we've got a little bit more of a drive than here in Oakley. I think this general area here would be called Oakley. Here you see Old Fairview Road. You get a picture of that, Lindsay? Alright, and then this is right here is the back of Home Depot. So we're gonna come out to the stoplight, which has been installed here just in the last I don't know, within the last 6 months, I guess. Didn't used to be there, but we do have a stoplight out here now. There's the Home Depot back there, and we're driving on Old Fairview Road up to Fairview Road. So when we get up here, we're gonna just kind of give you a sense of where we're at. We just passed a little bar and grill place there called Rascals, and so here's the stoplight. And if you were to go straight across here, which if we have time we may do that, you would go on down toward the Walmart area, that shopping center where Walmart is and PetSmart and all those stores are right down there. But if you go this way, we made a right there, and come on down this way. Here's Home Depot. Now this is on the east side. There's a Home Depot on the west side of Asheville as well, but here's the one on the east side. And so our church building is sort of behind Home Depot, essentially. So over here, very familiar areas to everybody that lives in and around Asheville. You've got your KFC here and your McDonald's, and the River Ridge Marketplace area. In fact, I think, why don't we just we'll turn around here, because I think most people are familiar with the River Ridge Marketplace area. So let's just stop right here, and we'll get turned around, and then we'll kind of head back so you can see what it looks like as we're sort of going back toward the building. I had to wait here at the stoplight for a few minutes. But those of you who have been following the program and listening intently and really intentionally and purposefully watching, I would just want to tell you what a privilege it's been of mine to be able to teach all these months. It's been about a year now that I have been doing these programs. Let me see. Get turned around right here. And I've enjoyed this, and this will be my last program. But I hope it's not the last that you'll see me, because I want you to come and worship the Lord with us. So anyway, right now we're going back toward the building from the river. We're coming out of the River Ridge Marketplace area. Again, here's McDonald's and Kentucky Fried Chicken here. Most everybody knows where those places are here on the east side of Asheville. This bridge here, of course, we're going over 240. And what we'll do now, and again, Home Depot here on your left. So if you're coming from this direction, what you would do is you'll pass through this light, which is the Home Depot light, and at the next light up here, you'll make that left, and then you'll go down there 5 streets till you get to Broadview Avenue, and then you'll turn right at Broadview Avenue, or Broadview Drive, actually, I think it is, Broadview Drive. And then you'll see our church building at the top there. You can't miss it. So we made this turn here, and this is the road that goes down to the Walmart area, where all there's a little strip mall down here in the Walmart shopping area. So we'll just go on down through here, give you a sense of where we are here. Now, if you guys think I'm missing something or overlooking something, let me know, and we'll try to say that, okay? I think we just went under 240 there. So you can take, if you live back in this area, then you could very easily come down, I don't know what they call this road right here, but it's the one that, here's PetSmart on this side, Kohl's on this side, and Cheddar's restaurant over here, and of course Walmart over there. So if you lived over in this area, then a very easy way to get here would be just to take this road. Of course, there's some other ways.
Bleachery Road.
Bleachery, okay, this is Bleachery Road, and then when you get to the stoplight, you'll just almost go straight across there, across from Bleachery Road, and that will be Old Fairview Road, and then you'll take Old Fairview Road to Broadview Drive, and take that right there, and you'll be there. So it's really easy, and I think it's convenient to most people around here. However, the reason I wanted to do this way is a lot of people that might like to come and worship with us don't know where we are, because it's the kind of road Broadview Drive is that you don't just pass by naturally. In other words, it's a residential area for the most part, and unless you live there, then there's really no reason for you to go there, or unless you attend worship services there, as we do. So we know where it is, but unless you've been past the building, it would be very easy for you to live for years and years in and around Asheville and never know that there are a group of Christians that are striving to be simply Christians with no denominational affiliation at all, striving to read the Bible and come and be a church of the New Testament that gets all of its doctrines directly from the Word of God, without a lot of history of traditions and names that don't have very much to do with Bible authority. So that's what we're trying to do, and that's who we're trying to be. Now we're coming now to, let me see, what is this, Tunnel Road, and there's Walgreens here, a fairly new place here, and then of course Lowe's is behind there, and then the mall, the Asheville Mall, is over there up on the hill. You got the Goodwill over here and Frank's Pizza right here. And so what we're going to do, this is another way that you can get to the building from this very well-known area. And of course, if you were to just go straight across, you would go on over from the Swannanoa River Road, is what we're on right now. And if you were to just go through these stoplights here, we won't do that at this point, but if you go through these stoplights and keep going, then you'll enter into the Biltmore area over there. So if you were coming from the Biltmore area, You would come through between Lowe's on this side and this shopping center over here, which Lindsay will show you here in just a second, so you'll know where, well, of course, Circuit City's closed now because of the economic condition that we're all in here. But there's Lifeway Christian Store here, and Dick's Sporting Goods, Michael's, and Office Max, all over there. So this is the road we're on, and we're just going to come straight through these stoplights here. And there's a little windy road that comes from this shopping district down this way through a little residential area through here. So we've just come up through here, and I believe they're preparing to widen this road. I've seen signs of it anyway. Each time I've come down through here, looks like they're preparing to widen this road, which I think will probably be a good thing for most people involved. I don't know, some of the, well, you can see some of the construction going on here. Some of the residents here probably don't appreciate it very much, but for most of us who use this little road going through that connects from Oakley on down to the mall area and all those restaurants and shopping areas down there, it'll probably be a lot more convenient for us to get the road widened a little bit, but that's what's going on here now. So here we're coming on up to Oakley, and there's a lot of people that live here in Oakley. In fact, a number of our members, if you live here in Oakley, then some of our members that are Christians that attend worship services with us, Christians that go to our church, our assembly, our congregation, are neighbors of yours. And so we've got several members that live right around this general area. And we want you to come and join them, other Oakleyans, if that's what you call folks that live in Oakley. And what's the name of this school here? Everybody knows of this school. This is Oakley Elementary School. So, if you've got children here that go to Oakley Elementary, I bet you we can find a Bible class for them in our facilities over here. So I'm going to show you how to, if you're coming from this direction, and incidentally, if you were to go straight back, this is Fairview Road, you would go back to the Biltmore area. So if you're coming, we've made a little circle there, and there's a Citgo station right here, and the Home Depot is just down that next stoplight down there, and we just went down that road that goes to Walmart. So what we're going to do now is show you the view as you're coming in from this direction. So we're going to count the streets. There's 1, and there's 2, and there's 3, and there's 4. I think that's just a driveway there. And 5. So the 5th street on the right will be Broadview Drive. You got a picture of that, Lindsay? Broadview Drive. So we're making this right here, and we're almost directly behind the Home Depot, home improvement store there. And we take this little windy road up through here, like this, and it goes up a nice little residential area through here. But as I say again, if you didn't have a reason to come down here, if you didn't know somebody down here, if you didn't live here, then you could live in Asheville for years and years and never come down this road and never know that there is a church building right here. And as I've mentioned in time past, a building is just It's a facility for Christians to meet. It's not the church. The church is the people, and the people who are saved, the people who are redeemed by the blood of Christ. But this is a building that is being used by Christians, and I see a few people arriving here, and we've got, as you can see, plenty of parking spaces, and it's getting. We've got our evening service is going to be beginning in about 15 minutes, so we've got several people arriving here now, and we would certainly invite you, if you're not able to meet in the morning sometime, that if you could come in the evening, we'll be here. And again, at 7 o'clock, we've got our Bible study at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. And let me say this again. We're kind of bringing. We usually park on this side. We've got parking on this side as well as the other side. So if you are, well, actually, maybe we'll just go on the other side tonight. But if you have been watching the program and seen that we are striving to simply be Christians, if the things that I have been teaching over the past year have appealed to you, then this is toward the ending of my program, as I've said. But I would like for it to be the beginning of a relationship with you and you with God. In other words, I am hoping that even though we're bringing this series to a close now, if you've appreciated the knowledge, the understanding, if you've gotten the understanding from the Bible, then that's good. And if you've believed the instruction from the Bible, that's even better. And what's even better than understanding it and believing it is to then act on what you've understood and believed. And that's what we're all trying to do here, is we're trying to read the information that God has imparted to us through the revelation of the Bible by the Holy Spirit. And when we're trying to act on that, we're trying to act on the information that God has imparted to us. And if you want to be a part with us, then this is an invitation. We want you to come and check us out. And let me assure you that none of us are perfect. We all are working on ourselves here, but we know somebody who is perfect, and it's Him that we serve. And it's to when the final day comes, and Christ comes with His mighty angels, and when the Christians are caught up together with Him in the clouds to ever be with the Lord, then I want you to be in that number, just as I want to be in that number. So that's the direction that we're heading. And if you want to head that direction with us, then this is an invitation. Please come and check us out and learn more and grow along with us so that we can all be in heaven together for all eternity. Thank you again. My time is about up, and let me say this one more time too. Do we have time, Lindsay, you think? Well, if whatever the date of today is, if you look on your calendar, just make this commitment to yourself. If you will say, in 1 month, I'm going to come and visit with those folks at the Asheville Church of Christ, make a note of that on your calendar, circle it, and say, I'm going to make a commitment to come and visit with those folks on the 1 month from today. That would make me so happy. And I will be there in the foyer to greet you. Unless I'm sick or I'm out of town, I'll be there. Thank you very much. Goodbye.